PASCAL. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. I hope you guys are all doing well out there, enjoying your day, making it amazing, making it positive, kicking the day in the rear. Real talk. I hope you guys are all doing well. I appreciate all y'all for being here. There's a lot to talk about, and we don't have a whole lot of time to talk about it, but I just wanted to say, first off, good morning. Good afternoon and good evening to every single last one of y'all. One thing I'm going to be saying now, and I'm going to say here at the end of the show here in a second. I need to kill the music for a second. Yesterday's show was absolutely phenomenal. It was extremely emotional for me. And I just wanted to say thank you to all you guys out there for being so damn supportive. So for being so dope. I got the dopest family on the webs, okay? On these damn interwebs, all right? And I wanted to say that to you guys wholeheartedly. You guys have been absolutely freaking amazing. And it blows my mind the amount of support that I've been getting and what I got yesterday was absolutely amazing. I will say this too, because I'm going to be, of course, talking about this here in a second. I did launch my own merch, right? And we sold out of what we had in stock. I'm just going to say that really quick. We sold out. You guys bought all of our stuff. All of it. All of it. By the afternoon yesterday. And you guys continued to show love and support and continuing to purchase these T-shirts. And they're, of course, for an amazing cause for suicide awareness. And Suicide Awareness Month is in September. It is absolutely amazing. We got shirts going to be shipping out here very, very soon to you guys, to those who have started to order. So I just had to say that really quick because it's overwhelming, but overwhelming in a beautiful way. And I can't wait for all these shirts to go out there, all individually made. You know, they're all different. Of course, I'm sorry for showing this right now. We got to get to the show, but these shirts hopefully will inspire. These custom tie-dye shirts will hopefully inspire people to see those shirts and speak up. See those shirts and maybe know that they can open up and talk. So I just wanted to say that really, really quick. Yes, we are making a whole lot more. Don't worry. Instant karma. We are making a whole lot more. It is just unbelievable. You guys are getting stuff that is customly made from my hands, from me and my family's hands, and being sent to you guys, right? So I just wanted to say that really, really quick. And let me make this abundantly clear. It is still open. The website, pascalmerch.com. It's in the website. The link is in the description box down below. Yes, you can still order. And yes, if you're watching from overseas, you can order internationally as well. So I just want to make that abundantly clear before we jump into everything. Really, I wanted to say thank you. I got choked up. You got me leaking in my eyes yesterday. You made a black man cry yesterday, okay? And I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, okay? I just wanted to say that really quick. I will be talking about the merch here a little bit later on in the show because this is important. Okay. But of course, I did put up another shirt, another design on the website that I do not have. My little nephew's rocking it right now. But there is other shirts that I'm doing right now, which is basically going to be a self-love collection that will be coming out very, very soon. One of them's out right now, and it just says Manifest on the chest. If you're interested in that, if you're not interested in the, the other shirts for a good cause, then please go and check out that as well. I will be talking about this later. We got to get into the nitty-gritty and into the meat and potatoes of the show, but I just wanted to say again, thank you. Because without you guys, without the support, without you guys doing this, I wouldn't be doing it. Okay? So thank you. This is just the start of something beautiful. And I can't wait to see where this journey takes us. Anyway, moving on. I got a great show for you guys today. I got my boy Nerdy Addict coming up here very, very shortly, but we got to talk about a bunch of things revolving around Kiely Rodni. Some of these rumors, I don't even know if they're rumors or not. I don't know if they're true. I'm still trying to figure this out, so I wanted to figure it out with you and with Nerdy here in just a second. So, and of course, we do have confirmation of her autopsy, which we will be talking about, her identification, of course, that of Kiely here in a second. And we definitely have got to talk about Jolissa Fuentes. What is going on with this particular story? So we got to do a deep dive into that and talk about it. So let's get into it. Some housekeeping really quick. Do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. Crush it. Make it scream out your doggone name. All right. Please. All right. Send it past 600 likes really quick. I see a bunch of y'all starting to file in. Thank you. And I'm going to say that a lot today. Thank you. I'm so thankful. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. We are this close to 75,000 subscribers. No lie. 75,000 subscribers. Can you believe that? We're this close to 100,000. So I appreciate the love and support. So go. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and all that stuff. Okay? It'd be greatly appreciated. All right? And we got to get into some stuff. And of course, if you saw me on the watch list yesterday, I appreciate you guys giving me that support, showing that support, and being a part of the conversation yesterday. I saw some of you guys in the chat and all that. Some of the shout outs that I saw was really amazing. I really do appreciate that. It was a lot of fun. And shout out to J.R. Jackson. It was one hell of a show. But anyway, moving on to what we need to talk about. We need to talk about 16-year-old Kiely Rodni. Now, we already know that her car was found in the lake, flipped upside down with, well, at that time, allegedly, they said she was in it, right? And it's a devastating situation. It's devastating news for the whole family. The family did make a statement, beautifully written, by the way, statement, just talking about their loss. We talked about all those things. But to talk about a little bit more of this, I need to bring in my friend, our new family member. Please welcome my brother, Nerdy Addict, to the show. How you doing, my brother?
Good morning, sir, from Eastern Standard Time. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I feel like we talked about it earlier, but I mean, I woke up early this morning, right? Had a lot of things to do. I still feel like I'm waking up. I feel like I just woke up. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah. Anyway, I'm happy to be here, and thank you so much for being here. I'm happy you're here too, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
Anytime. Real quick though, I have to pull this up because this is a big surprise. Man, Albus, man. First off, Albus. Wow, Albus, bro. Okay, so I just had to say this. Albus, the Alien Slayer, all right, Alien Slayer, has just gifted 20 Pascal Show memberships, y'all. So go to your settings, and you should be able to find out if you've become a member or not. But I want to say, Albus, yo, thank you. Holy cow! I wish I could throw this up on the page, but I can't on the screen, but I can't right now. Albus, thank you. Hamburger. Okay, I really do appreciate the support and the love. Dag nab. Yeah. So a lot of y'all just got gifted by Albus. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you. Wow. And welcome to the family, all you 20 members. Okay. Albus with the deep pockets, man. Anyway, thank you. All right, so we got to talk about this now. Nerdy, I gotta be real with you. Obviously, we talked about some things in the last time you were on the show. There were so many things that you basically debunked, that you were scratching your head on, that you were going, hey, this doesn't make any sense. How is this even possible? Why is this even possible? So on and so forth. Now that we have the car was found, she was inside the car. What are your thoughts on this? There just seems to be more and more rumors and conspiracy theories still bouncing around here surrounding this particular story. What are your thoughts on that, man?
I don't know. I think you touched on it when you and I first spoke. I think everyone wanted a villain, right? Partially because law enforcement had searched that reservoir, said they did extensively. Nothing was found. And as that sort of narrative continued, um, people rightfully had questions, and law enforcement alluded that this could be an abduction. So when you have a case like this, closure, some of those speculations and rumors are still going to continue flying. People still are processing that. But from my perspective, and I think I've said this before, most disappearances that occur near the water are because of the water.
That's kind of my theory as well, that these things are happening, or what happened here could very well have been just a simple, straightforward accident, a terrible, unfortunate series of events that led to the demise of this young girl. But what's interesting is how it has grown, the theories, speculations. The people are still sitting here saying, I still see foul play. And it's like, wait a second, we haven't gotten full autopsy report. We haven't gotten the full autopsy report out yet. So instead of us losing our minds, pointing fingers, going absolutely crazy, let's find out what they see, what they find. Because again, as you've said, maybe what happened in the water is what happened in the water. And that's it. Now, the title and the thumbnail of this video is crucial, because there is a lot of people saying certain things that I don't even know I don't even know if they're true or not, y'all. I don't personally know if they're true or not. I've scoured the internet personally, scoured the internet to see if there was any proof of these stories that are being put out. I'm seeing them all over on the internet, on YouTube. People going out and saying, oh, this, and this. We don't know. At least I don't know. Unless there's something out here, okay? Unless there's something out here that I don't know, y'all. Right now, it's all hearsay, which is very, very interesting to me. But there is one thing that we do know. And one of the things that we do know is that she has been confirmed. Her body has been identified. Let's take a look at this really quick.
It is tragically official. An autopsy confirming it is the body of 16-year-old Kiely Rodni, that divers found in a car in a Truckee reservoir. The teen disappeared after a party 2 weeks ago at a Prosser family campground. Despite weeks of searching, the Placer County Sheriff's Office couldn't find her or the car. But on Sunday, a team of cold case specialists searched a nearby reservoir. They found Rodni's car with a body inside. The sheriff's office officially confirmed that her identity today. How the car ended up there is still being investigated.
Okay, so we do know without a shadow of a doubt that the body that was found inside Kiely's car is actually Kiely. And I know that there were some people out there thinking, oh, maybe it wasn't Kiely, maybe it's not true, so on and so forth. But here it is. That is Kiely. And it's unfortunate that is the news. It's heartbreaking. May she rest in peace. All right. But we don't know everything yet. And I know that there are people out here stirring the pot like crazy, y'all. Like crazy. For what reason? For what reason? Now, let's talk about the title. They're saying that she was found in her back seat. There are many possibilities of this. I have heard stories, and I think, Nerdy, you've heard stories about this, right?
Yeah, and I haven't validated myself. I trust Eva. She said AWP says oftentimes, and I'm not in the chat here either, but oftentimes bodies are found in the back seat. And I said, use your logic, right? Your engine is in the front of the car, so it's going to sink first down to the bottom of the ocean floor, and anything that's floating in that car is going to go where? It's going to go up as it goes down. So
Exactly.
yeah, so but with that said, again, this is something that my girlfriend said, AWP Adventures with Purpose said is common. But we've scoured, the women at Snoopy Misfits have scoured. There's nothing official saying she was found that we can find that she was in the back seat of that vehicle.
Yes.
Now, and it could be true, it could be false, but I don't see anything official at this time saying that she was. And even if she was, I don't know what that would mean to the folks that are looking for a villain.
Precisely. Because everyone's trying to find a villain. And now it's almost like that in the first movie, the first Scream movie, everyone's a suspect. And the thing is, though, they haven't even put out the full autopsy yet. She was found allegedly in the back of in the back of the car. Actually, let me see if I got let me grab that photo. They say that she was found in the back of the car because, oh, dag nabbit. Hold on. They say that she was found in the back of the car because of how there's this tarp on the car. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys this here. It may not be the best thing, but you see my mouse, right? And they say that she was found in the back seat here, and this is the reason why there's the tarp on the back of the car. Now, thing is, I hate to say this, if this is true, okay, if this is 110% true that she was in the back, what are the chances? What are the chances of her crashing into the water, realizing that she's in the water, freaking out? And I hate to go into these details, but I'm doing it anyway, so please forgive me if this triggers anyone. Tries to unbuckle her seatbelt, successfully unbuckles her seatbelt, tries to get out of the car, but is not successful. She goes to the top of the car, maybe to the roof of the car to get maybe a few gasps of air. And of course, you know what happens. She becomes submerged completely and the water wins in this fight. Her body could float to the back where the car's going to tilt, as Nerdy just said. She could float to the back. I hate to say it like that, but that could very well be what it is, right? Or she's trying to get air. Car flips upside down as this whole thing is going. She gets disoriented. I mean, all I'm saying is that the possibilities are endless. The car could have flipped over later. See what I'm saying? Underwater. It could have flipped over after, after she's taken her few last final breaths. Like I said, the possibilities are endless with this. And people are now still trying to take this photo, for example, and say, oh, somebody drove the car and ditched it, and ditched her in it. Well, we don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. But to me, this is still reading to me as a terrible, terrible accident. And there's some people out here that are sitting there going, I will die on this hill, saying that there's foul play. Nerdy, what are your thoughts?
I think you hit it on the nail. There's stuff that we are awaiting. The autopsy. It's still early here. And specifically for me, was she wearing a seatbelt, right? And thirdly, did the airbags get deployed? It doesn't look like from that picture they were. That would tell you or determine her speed. It's also important to know, I don't know if anyone here listening watches Live PD in the past or OP Live or EMT courses. You're taught when you're intoxicated. Babies and intoxicated people survive accidents because they don't tense up. There's a lot of things in a lot of places a body that's not tensed up can end without a seatbelt in a vehicle.
Yeah, I see. Like I said, to me, there's so much that we could play. I mean, there's, like I said, even before when she wasn't found at first, when she had gone missing, so many possibilities, right? So many stories, endless amount of stories could be percolating in everybody's minds over this situation. We didn't have anything. So we're still in the same place. Like, even though they found the car, they have officially said her body has been identified. It is Kiely Rodni that was inside the car. Suddenly people are saying, oh, she was found in the back seat. Now they're even saying that she was strapped in the back seat. She was seat belted into the back seat of the car. Like I said, these rumors that keep flying around here, and I said it, I say it again, I have yet to see any reports of them saying she was found in the back seat of this car. So why is this rumor floating around here like crazy? If it's not true, and no reports, literally no one has written anything that I've seen so far stating that they found her in the back seat of the car, that she was strapped, let's just say, seat belted into the back seat of the car. I feel like that would have been one of the main things they would have said. Even during the press conference that we saw just 2 days ago, wouldn't they have said something there? Don't you think, Nerdy?
I don't know if they'd say anything. There's a couple things occurring. I mean, it's an ongoing investigation, but also law enforcement is trying to save face here too. So I don't know if they're going to reveal anything at that press conference. I think that press conference was solely based around how do we save face here, right? And that should be like a lot of the effort and energy I see on social media is trying to find a villain here. I don't want to say law enforcement is the villain, but I would say law enforcement spent almost $700,000 here just on man hours, right? That's not chopper fuel. That's not other equipment costs. What went wrong? How can we make it better? Because this casts a shadow on every other missing person case in which law enforcement said, "Look, we searched here extensively." Right? That's where I'm focusing my energy because from the looks of it, this is a sad, very sad 16-year-old that likely got too drunk, wasn't supposed to be driving, took a wrong turn. And it happens all over the country around water. Water accidents are common. So until we have some data, that's where I'm leaving it. I did mention on Twitter yesterday in 2013, NPR said that 90% of vehicles at that time had event data recorders in them. That Honda was a 2013. We could assume it has an EDR in it. That will hopefully lead investigators to the final moments if there was a crash, if it did set that EDR off, to actually have data here as opposed to causing her friends and family more pain by speculating what we simply don't know.
Right. And that and yeah. We need to sit back and wait to see what happens here. We need to sit back and find out what they find in the autopsy. If there's foul play in the autopsy, I mean, if there is foul play, the autopsy is going to speak. Okay, the autopsy is going to speak for itself. Period. I do want to ask you some things here really quick, nerdy, about AWP or Adventures with Purpose and the police involvement here in a second. But I do want to call this out real quick. First of all, Nicole McMillan, thank you so much for gifting 10 memberships for the Pascal show. So wow. So I'm just going to do that really quick. If you haven't done that or don't know if you got gifted by Nicole, by all means, please go check your settings. You should be able to find out if you've become a member by Nicole. Okay, so Albus and Nicole, I tip my hat to you, even though I'm not wearing a hat. You get what I'm saying. Thank you so very much for your support. Real talk. It really does mean a lot. I do have a couple members that independently joined, which I do appreciate. Laura Barron, thank you so much. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the chaos, which is the Pascal show. All right. And Nay3, thank you so much for becoming a member as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Now, we got to talk about this, man, because this dive team, let's keep it real. This dive team, because this also kind of segues into our the other part of this show here, of course. But one of the things that I found amazing was that there were these group of men, with a special amount of skills, some Liam Neesons, all right. They were able to go and find this young girl or this young woman in less than 2 days. They went into one particular area and they were able to find her. They were looking around the area in less than 35 minutes. They were able to find her car like that. 14 feet of water, 55 feet away from the shore. Absolutely amazing, right? It closes a lot of chapters. It answers a lot of burning questions. But how do you think law enforcement is feeling right now, Nerdy, after them being out there scouring the earth, scouring the lake for weeks, and these guys come in and made it look like light work? What are your thoughts?
That commanding officer's face was turning redder by the moment during the press conference. I mean, I think I said to those around me, I work in cybersecurity. If a client calls me and says, "Look, my infrastructure seems to be infected with a virus," I scan it with McAfee as an example, right? And after I scan, McAfee doesn't find anything, and the customer comes back and says, "Look, this is still happening." I have to trust the customer, and I go and use a second product and a third product aside from McAfee. Maybe I use Bitdefender, or I scan that infrastructure 3 ways from Sunday to make sure. And I don't think law enforcement did that there. And when I can relate it to cybersecurity. You can relate it to what you do to make a living. At some point, you have to look at the statistical data. You have to look at the lack of clues and statements, painting a narrative that she was abducted, and just do your job. I mean, some of the equipment that we saw here was $1,000. Like, the FBI was involved here. Put on your big boy pants, get your Amex out, go to the store, go to a bath store, and grab the equipment that you need. Because I'm not trying to be rude to law enforcement here, but the reality is that this community has seen cases that go 2, 3, 5, 10 years, and this is a case that could have gone on for a very long time. With all the speculation that we saw within 2 weeks, this could have led teenagers here to suicide, family members to suicide. There's a whole sort of catalyst this could have started here for those involved. And if it weren't for this great team at Adventures with Purpose, I call them the Marine disciples. These guys are just amazing. If it weren't for them, there would be no closure for her family, most importantly.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And you're absolutely 110% right. With the other side of things, because this is like a ripple effect, right? It's like that pebble being thrown in the pond. It has a ripple effect, and God forbid if what this could have caused, what the ripple effect could have unfortunately inspired people to do other things, devastating things to themselves, so, like self-harm, etc. Just deep depression. The whole, obviously, as you saw, we all saw the internet was going crazy with speculations and pointing fingers at everything, right? Because everyone wants to find a villain. Everyone wants to find, I'm sorry for saying this guy's name, but everybody's trying to find the Brian Laundrie to the story, instead of waiting for more facts and more information, trying to expose, being the Sherlock Holmes of the situation. But God forbid if people were like Jagger, for example, Jagger Westfall, the ex-boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, I don't know. All I know is that he was obviously deeply moved by her passing and the news of her passing. But imagine if there were the amount of ridicule he was probably getting for those 2 weeks alone. Now I'm sure he's still getting people, the trolls out there trying to torture the dude. But at the same time, imagine if she was not found. Still, at some point, people break. At some point, everyone has a mental break. This could have turned into something much worse for him, Sammy, Mags, the mom, the dad. I mean, anything, right? So them coming in and swooping in and doing what they did with the quickness right now is, again, just absolutely amazing. And I commend these guys for coming in and just showing off what they got, or using what they got for the good. And I will say this, because I said it on the other shows before, they did this for free. They didn't get paid to come out here and do this. They did this on the free 9s and 9s. They didn't do this to make money. And that says a lot about these guys. So again, I give them mad props for what they're doing. But then again, 5-0, law enforcement really needs to look into maybe creating a division of some sort, something, so that stuff like this can be nipped in the bud quicker. These mysteries don't have to sit there, cold cases, turning into cold cases and staying there laying dormant for 20 years. They need to start looking into talking with AWP and seeing what they can build from them, learn from them, or combine their powers and make some Captain Planet. That's what I think, Real quick, I got DJ. Thank you so much, DJ, for the $5 super chat. AWP specializes in radar, where police rarely use or have honed skills or budget for equipment in that area. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. You got to remember this budget. There's monies, right? And or the lack thereof monies. So I can see that being a thing, not being able to have the right kind of Garmin sonar equipment like these guys do. Clearly this is what their passion is and what they love to do. So they pour their money into that and they specialize only in that. But what if they were to create a division specifically for this, right? And use some of this money, some budgeting into this the proper way, so that people can actually, be found quicker, in my personal opinion. But thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really do appreciate it. But it is pretty amazing what they were able to accomplish here. And then, of course, within this interview, they did mention who they were going to be working on or searching for next, which is Jolissa Fuentes. Now, Jolissa Fuentes is a 22-year-old woman that went missing in Selma. Last sighting of her was her coming out of I guess like a Quickie Mart. She went to go get a cigar, and then she just disappeared. I got a news clip that I want to show you guys here in a second, but I wanted to throw it over to Nerdy. I wanted to hear your thoughts on Jolissa, and what are you thinking? What are your thoughts on this particular case?
Absolutely. I just want to just go back 30 seconds. I think your chat guy there said it right. Law enforcement is not designed to do these marine dives, right? And that was my point. Someone at the leadership level should have brought in someone smarter than themselves to conduct that search because, again, the terms that they use with the public were final, right? We've searched this extensively, and that's that. If it weren't for AWP, we wouldn't have answers that we have today. So with that, going into Jolissa Fuentes, 22 years old, August 7th, right? Disappeared around 4 a.m. Around Selma, California, around the Pine Flat Lake area, Avocado Lake. And then there's other reports that around 5 a.m., like you just alluded to, she was at a convenience store, phone pings stopped, and law enforcement has little to no answers there on that case. I believe they've not released a video or photo, but I need to go check on that this morning. What's interesting in how this case segues with Kiely's is that AWP has committed resources for Jolissa. Their public statement, as I understood it, was they were going to take 2 days off after Kiely, decompress, assess that case, and then be on their way to go search bodies of water for Jolissa Fuentes. So I think the community's excited, and they're excited because of what just happened, right? Same sort of circumstances. Jolissa's a little bit older, but disappeared near water. Law enforcement hasn't provided any updates or results, and now Adventures with Purpose is on their way to double check.
Yeah, it's so strange what's going on here. The amount of the last reported sighting of her was security cam footage at, you said 5 a.m., correct?
I believe the news article, The Independent, said 5 a.m. Yes.
Yes. So 5 a.m. because she went to go and buy a cigar. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm assuming she was buying that cigar for
that Dutch master.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, she was going to take care of some business. Now that could very well be what she went and bought that cigar for. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, so maybe she was out kicking it. But like I said, this is all just theory and speculation. But then she disappears. Car and her, correct? Car and her are still missing.
That is correct, and that's important to note because yesterday I looked like an idiot on Twitter and said, I'm seconds away from begging Adventures with Purpose to go look for Jennifer Dulos, who's been missing for 3 years in Connecticut. Her car was found. So AWP specializes in bodies of water with cars.
Gotcha. So she is still, the car and herself are still missing. Correct.
I'm confirming before I say.
Okay.
I would imagine you'll see in your chat. I'm not in there, but AWP wouldn't go out there unless there was a vehicle that they could check for via sonar.
Exactly. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I wanted to make sure that I had that abundantly clear. And 1 second. First off,
she also had 2 missed calls, her mother reported. So the missing person poster shared online states Miss Fuentes' sister received 2 missed video calls from her number just after 5 a.m. And that the Selma Police Department were contacted not long after that. So,
okay. Which of course I would do the same thing if that was my daughter and she wasn't picking up any of my video calls as well. That would be terrible.
Absolutely. And that's another misconception quickly. There's no time period on if someone's missing, guys. If someone's missing and you expect them home at 5 a.m. and they're not home, you don't have to wait 24 hours, 48 hours. You are entitled and able to call the police right away. So.
And you know what? Thank you for that information because even myself, I didn't know that. I guess I watched too many detective movies where they say you got to wait 24 hours. So
Same.
I appreciate you dropping that knowledge bomb right there. Just so you guys know. So just so you know, you don't have to wait 24, 48 hours or any of that BS. You can go straight through and file, make the report, immediately, okay? Because some of y'all mothers out here, y'all, your spidey senses just be tingling like crazy, and 99.9% of the time, you're right. So just do what you need to do with the quickness and don't wait, because the more time that you wait, I'm sorry, the more time, the further that your child, your loved one could be further away they can get, right? So definitely, that's really great information, Nerdy. Thank you so much. Dory McNulty, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Congrats on 50,000 subscribers, Pascal. Wow. I didn't even know, but hey, let me take a look at this. Holy cow, if that is the truth. Wow, we got to 75,000 subscribers, y'all. Wow, thank you so very much. Thank you. And also, I want to say this too, though, because I'm going to share the love. Nerdy Addict, you got to go and follow him on his TikTok, okay? It's Nerdy Addict without the underscore, all right? On TikTok, you definitely got to follow him on Twitter because, like I said, this man is covering everything from true crime to social injustices that go on in the world. Literally, please go and follow him on his Twitter, which is exactly what his handle is right there, at nerdy_addict. Please, all right. This guy's really, really amazing, and you'll be seeing or hearing his voice a lot on the show in the future for sure. Okay, because we of course need to save and find or be a contributor to finding as many of these missing loved ones as possible. Okay, so if you want more information, this man is hella savvy with the information out here, especially when it comes to missing person cases. Okay. So real quick, I wanted to show you guys this video because it is important.
Adventures with Purpose typically focuses on cold cases until they joined the search for Kiely. And now they are going to be taking on another recent case in that very same area. Jolissa Fuentes is a 22-year-old woman who was last seen in Selma, California on August 7th. Surveillance video showed her at a gas station at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then her car turns out of the parking lot and goes in the opposite direction of where she lives. Her sister had 2 missed FaceTime calls from her, and no one has heard from her since.
Now, real quick, I have to ask this, though, and maybe they have or have not confirmed this, but did she have like a dude? Was she seeing some guy? Was she chopping it up with a new main squeeze? Right? Was she? You see what I'm saying? Was she getting a hookup? Was this a late night thing? It was 5 o'clock in the morning, mind you. 5 o'clock in the morning, and she went to go get a cigar. We already know what time it is. Okay, so who was she going off to share said cigar with? It's 4:20 somewhere. She was a little late because it was 5, but still, she was doing something. She was sharing that 4:20 time with somebody. Who is that person? Do we know anything like that, Nerdy?
I don't know. The article doesn't list anyone. I mean, you make a good point. Her family says that she was headed to the direction that she was headed. They said looks like the direction of the orchards and vineyards that she frequented to clear her head, is what they said. That I believe aligns with where her phone pings around, which is that Pine Flat Lake area, Avocado Lake area. So again, I think we spoke about Kiely. Right before Kiely, there was the other missing couple. A lot of speculation there too. People trying to couple it with Kiely, but it turns out that was just a car accident down a very steep embankment. We don't know. Like you said, it could. It sounds like if you're going to get a Philly and roll something up at 5 a.m., you're probably going to do that with someone, right? But it could be. There's other people that are introverts that roll a blunt and smoke and listen to some music by themselves, and maybe perhaps an accident happened here. I think AWP searching the bodies of water will give folks, including law enforcement, a better idea of where to head with this one.
Yeah, like I said, you're right. She could have been a loner stoner, meeting up, or going to her favorite spot to clear her head. to roll one and spark one up. That could very well be it too. Something bad happened there. But then if she went to her spot that she likes, then where's the car? Is there any evidence of her presence being there, right? It just seems strange that if she was driving off to the place that she likes to go and, release her mind and relax, why wouldn't she would have been found there, right? So that's something that keeps bouncing around in my mind. And then, of course, it's like, who is she going to meet up with? Is there a way of maybe obtaining her, her text messages or her history of phone calls or whatever, her phone records, just to see who she was rapping with, who she was chopping it up with, maybe saying, hey, I'm going to meet you here, or whose house, right, did she leave from? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, because even in this footage here, right here, where you look at it, it doesn't look like there's anybody in the car, but maybe there really is somebody in the car. It doesn't look like it from this security cam footage, but maybe there is somebody in that car, with her, a friend, and maybe it turned into something sour. I don't know, but it just seems weird that she would just up and just disappear like this in such a way, right? And then I guess the other question I have is, did she have any history of mental health, of mental health issues? Because if she did, then maybe this is something, where she just had a mental break, or she could have just driven off somewhere, like driven off, not an accident, but I'm just saying, like, just drove somewhere else, just drove to another city and just disappeared. It just makes you wonder if there's any type of history of anything, but I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm reminded with the Kiely case, like, people went down these routes and rabbit holes and there probably were drugs like Molly and, et cetera, there, cocaine. But all it takes at the end of the day for me, I'm an addict, and I've tried a lot of drugs. But at the end of the day, for me, mixing a blunt with some Tito's vodka would fuck me up. And that's sometimes all it takes. If this woman was drinking and mix it with a blunt and was driving, it could
Yeah.
be as simple. Sometimes the answer is the simplest answer, right? And
Yeah.
perhaps a crash here. Again, I think AWP searching those bodies of water with their success rate tells you something, right? They also
Yeah.
believe that she's in the body of water. So
Right.
that's what I'd be leaning towards too. I'll probably be leaning a different way if they search those bodies of water and nothing's found out, right?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, and this could very well be that too. It could be, like I've said a million times before, this could be as simple as unsalacious, okay, as a unbuttered toast. You know what I'm saying? It could literally just be her accident, and that's what happened, right? Just a mistake with operating her vehicle. That could very well be it as well. Real quick, Nicole McMillan, I want to say thank you for gifting 5 more memberships. Have mercy. I didn't get a chance to say that because we've been talking, but 5 more memberships. Thank you so very, very much. Holy cow. Nicole, thank you so much for your support and inviting more people to become members here. That really does mean a lot. Holy cow. Thank you. Mimi Muddy, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family as well. And welcome to those other 5 that were gifted as well. Welcome to the family as well. Welcome to the chaos, man. Okay. Welcome to the chaos, baby. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Penn Dizzy, thank you so much for the 10 Canadian. If you look at Party Pick, see all kids, you see all kids looking left towards the water, and you see a light. Saw a creator point that out. The kids definitely look interested in what's back there. And you're talking about Kiely. Now, with Kiely, that could very well be it. I've heard that story, or I've heard that theory as well, that maybe the kids were like, what the hell's going on? Maybe. But that doesn't mean, I don't know. Nerdy, what are your thoughts? I see you were about to hop on.
The car was found a ways away. I mean, yards away from where the party site was. That picture shows trees. If you look at the aerial footage of where her car was found, there's no trees at that embankment. So,
Right. And so in my mind, I'm like, I've heard that, but I don't know. Maybe they heard a commotion. Maybe they heard a car skidding. It could be, or they could have just been looking that direction because dudes were fighting each other. I don't know. You know what I mean? It could have
dudes
been
were ripping dabs in the back of the woods. That light that you're seeing is probably someone ripping dabs back there,
exactly
getting lit.
getting hella lit, baby. So I mean, it was a night of pure debauchery. So I wouldn't be surprised if people were looking every which way because of all the craziness that was going on. And they said that there were some serious party favors in there. So God knows what these kids were tripping on, etc. Nam Sep. Thank you so much for the €5. Check the AWP YouTube page about page. Their Amazon wish list is on it. Okay, their wish list link is on it. They need a lot of stuff for cheap to expensive. Thank you so much for that. Okay, Nams. I'll just say Nam. Thank you so much, Nam, for that information. Abso-freaking-lutely. Please, guys, go over there and support in any way you can. Those guys are out here doing some really amazing work, and they can use all the help they can. And the other thing is shout out to AWP, because without them, I don't think many people would be talking about Jolissa Fuentes right now. Okay, not everybody would be like, oh, let's talk about Jolissa real quick. So big shout out to AWP for raising awareness to this story so that other YouTubers and other creators and other creators like Nerdy can talk about this, bring this up, because all these stories need to be brought to light. There's so many. Okay, there's another story. Girl's first name is Honesty. She went missing around the same time that Kiely went missing, I think, or no, like a month before Kiely went missing. That's another devastating story. Still, that young girl has not been found either. I mean, it's insane. Okay, it's absolutely insane. But let's continue. I got one more super chat before I got other super chats, which I will get to, I promise. But I want to get to the rest of this video. Berenice, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker, super chicken. Can you tell I'm hungry? Thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. Let's get to the rest of this video because this is very important here. I'm going to roll it back just a little bit. She's clearly buying a cigar, okay? Whether to smoke it by itself or to add a little fun into it, little devil's lettuce into it, we don't know. But I'm going to roll back just a little bit, and we're going to continue.
Sister had 2 missed FaceTime calls from her, and no one has heard from her since. Her family says it is just not like her to disappear.
Can I say this really quick? I am so sorry. I know I cut it early, but I'm rolling it back 1 second. Look how she opens this door. I think she's wasted. I think she's drunk. Take a look. Take a look at how she opens this door. It says a lot. This is not a nonchalant opening of door.
FaceTime calls from her, and no one has heard from her since. Her family says it is just not like her to disappear.
Now, I know that's the land of speculation that I'm doing right now, and I'm sorry, but doesn't that seem a little bit like she's a little faded?
She did a whole 2-step dance before she got in the car.
You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. And again, let's not forget, this is 5 o'clock in the morning. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. The conversation got boring. So you never know. She could have went and kicked it with some friends, went over here, got the thing because she's like, I feel like I want to ride this buzz a little bit longer. That could very well be it. And then something devastating happened. It could very well be a under the influence accident here. But we are all hopeful. that that's not the case. Let's continue.
This is by far my worst week ever of my life.
We're desperate. We need my baby back. So if somebody knows where she's at, please let her go. If you know anything, please let us know.
Jolissa's family desperate for answers right now, posting on social media, handing out flyers and organizing vigils. Selma police say they are confident that they will find her no matter how long it takes. There is a $10,000 reward for any information in this case. And Adventures with Purpose told us they will be there in the coming days because her phone was last pinged near a lake, and they'll begin a search. We'll continue to stay on that case. Thank you for watching.
Okay, so her last ping was near a lake. So what are the chances, right? Unfortunately, what are the chances of this young woman having an accident? Oh my God, just another one like this, Nerdy, like another one. That's wild, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're new to sort of water accidents, yeah. But it's summertime. It's August. I'm from Connecticut. Every year, 2 or 3 people, at least one. The last time I was in Connecticut, 2 boys drowned. Water is dangerous. Driving intoxicated next to water is even more dangerous. I don't know the couple that crashed. I don't know their autopsy or toxology will be back. I don't know if they were intoxicated, but in general, it's summertime. People are probably using substances before things go back to normal for school and whatever else that may be, work.
Yeah.
And these accidents happen. Sometimes I know the true crime community obviously does a good job if there is something wrong here, but I think like you said, it's near a lake. Let AWP do their thing and then take it from there.
Yeah. I'm hoping, I mean, of course, everyone out here has got a lot of questions. This is another story that could turn into an absolute cluster F. Okay. It could easily go down the path of something very, very bad, but because I understand we are all out here. We're all passionate individuals that want to, and of course, when we get emotionally attached to a story, we want to be the person that solves it. But I think one of the mistakes that we can learn from the Kiely Rodni case is that instead of us jumping straight into the salacious and getting crazy, it's saying, hey, let's just step back and see what actually are the facts. Let's see what actually went down here. Instead of pointing the finger at a young individual that may be innocent, right? Let the facts come out. Let the facts fall in front of you before we automatically try to go, oh, like God forbid they start pointing the finger at her loved ones, that were nowhere near this situation, nowhere near that mini mart that she was at, etc. Right? I just keep thinking that while people sit there and things are ruminating and percolating in everybody's minds, it just instantly gets messy, and that turns into a recipe for disaster, because we don't want people to be heavily affected even more, right? Because of some trolls trying to terrorize people's lives that are just trying to find their friends and trying to get that person back home safely. But to me, when I look at this, I see somebody, when we look at this video, I'm going to show it to you guys one more again, because that just says a lot. To me, it says a lot with her, how she got out of the car. She looks like she's stumbling a little bit, and how she gets out into the car. And one thing too is, it looks like she's on the phone. It looks like she's on the phone. She could very well be on the phone. So who's the last person she talked to, right? Who's the last call that, who did she call, or whose call did she receive before she jumped into this car? If anything, I mean, she could be fixing a bra strap, or her tank top. You know what I mean? She could be fixing the strap of her shirt. That could very well be it too. But just look at how she's getting in the car. She just look at that. The far away pull. Her whole body's far away from the door. She's leaning in. She's pulling the door. That is a drunk. That is a very tipsy. Okay, at least in my opinion, door pull. Okay, that is not a normal. Oh, let me just open up the door. That just seems a little bit. She seems a little intoxicated right there. Now, and that could very well be what it is. She lost control of the car. It could very well be the simplest thing in the world. Right?
It's also important to note this is allegedly at 4 a.m. Her sister notes that she had 2 missed calls at 5 a.m. From her sister. So, I'm reminded when I used to get really messed up and to that spot where maybe I had to pull over, and the first person I'd call is my sister. If she was in imminent danger, I would suspect those 2 last calls would be to 911, not to her sister.
Right. And that's probably what it is, man, it's terrible. It's so terrible. But the possibilities in that situation, in this situation, are, I mean, it could be as simple as it is, or it could be as complicated. It could be just as complicated as well. So the possibilities are definitely endless. Do me a favor, guys. I see a whole bunch of y'all in the chat, in the conversation, a whole bunch of souls having a conversation, being a part of the chaos today. And I appreciate you guys being here. Can you guys do me a favor? Hit that like button, send it past 1,500 likes. That would really, really mean a lot, because, of course, this story needs to be out there as much as possible as well. Your likes, your reactions, etc., really do help this story get out there, especially Jolissa Fuentes. She deserves to be heard, or her story deserves to be heard, so that hopefully if anybody else knows anything and this can reach out to them, hopefully it'll inspire them to step forward and say something, because it could literally be, just a straight up accident, right? Or she may have called somebody else and may have had a last phone call with them, and maybe that person's scared to step forward. That could very well be it too. Again, we don't know anything yet, but we at least know there are some serious, that we do know that the possibilities are endless here. Okay. So yes, please hit that like button if you can. That would really mean a lot to me. Mimi Muddy, thank you so much for the 2 CFH. That's a new one for me. Thank you, Pascal. Heart emoji. No, thank you. Thank you for the 2. I really do appreciate it. And, without your support, we wouldn't be doing this show. No, I'm kidding. I'd still be doing the show, but I do appreciate the support. Seriously, thank you so very, very, very much. I got a couple other super chats here. Nerdy. Hold on. Whoops.
Congratulations on 75,000. That's a big number, man.
Thank you, homie. Thank you, man. It's wild. That's a wild-ish, man. It's been a wild ride. I'll trust me. We'll be celebrating the 75, but we will be celebrating that 100,000. I will tell you that when we get to that 100,000. Oh my good God. Oh my good God. I don't even know what to do with myself. That is a goal I've been trying to get to for a while. So we're marching our way up there though, which is amazing. Marin Sweet, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so very much. So very much. Yeah, Rosie Adorno, who was she last with? That's exactly what I'd like to know as well. There's got to be somebody out there. She was out late. So what was she doing? You see what I'm saying?
Party. She was at a party allegedly. So party to the convenience store, and then where she's going after that convenience store is the question. Was she going to meet up with someone?
Bang. Exactly. So who was the last person to see her at the party? Then, was she calling somebody else? Right. on her way out of that mini mart, picking up the cigarello. All right. I mean, so many possibilities, like I said. So once they have more of those questions answered, I think that'll help us get closer to finding her, right? But even with the family, shout out to the parents. You can tell they're absolutely devastated. They're heartbroken. They just want their daughter home, just like any loving and doting parent. They just want her home. So if you know anything, have any information, please speak up, and speak up now. Dragonflies, thank you so Dragonfly Kisses, sorry. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, Pascal. Thank you for posting your videos and keeping your community updated. You rock, and I'm glad to be part of your community. Hey, I'm glad you are too, and I really do appreciate you being a part of the show, being a member, and thank you so much for your support. Seriously, thank you. Hold on, got a couple more, I think, because there's so many. So much love. I appreciate it, y'all. So much love. Nothing but positivity. It's a gorgeous thing, man. It makes me want to jump back and kiss myself. Real talk. It makes me feel good. Here it is. Bernadette Anderson. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Good morning. Keep doing the good work. Appreciate ya. I appreciate you, Bernadette Anderson. Thank you so very much. So very much. And I got another member, Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie, for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Welcome to the chaos. Thank you. Gracias. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Thank y'all so much for the love. Like I said, we don't know everything yet with this story. It is still brewing. It's still percolating out here in these streets. And of course, it's getting out here in the internet streets as well because of Adventures with Purpose. And I got to be real, without them saying anything, I don't think anybody would really be talking about this or even know about this story. You see what I'm saying? So I appreciate them, and I give them mad props for bringing up this story. And hopefully this is an open and shut case. Hopefully they're able to find her. Hopefully she's found, hopefully we're able to find her alive, right? We're all hopeful for that. But with them being a part, getting on the case, we'll get closer to getting some answers, right? But nerdy. And of course, for those of y'all who are watching, I'm going to say this again. Hit that like button down below. That would really, really mean a lot. If we can get it to 1,500, like 1.5K likes, that would be amazing. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. All right? That would really, really mean a lot as well. Subscribe. Show some love. Show some support. I talk about a lot of things on this channel, from pop culture to true crime, everything in between. All right? So please hit that subscribe button. I've been thinking about covering really quick, randomly, but I've been thinking about covering the Anderson Tate situation. I don't know if you know who, or Andrew, sorry. Why did I say Anderson? Oh, because of Bernadette Anderson. Andrew Tate, the Andrew Tate situation. Hit the number 1 if you're interested in me covering that story about Andrew Tate being banned from like everything, all social medias, basically, almost everything. So definitely hit that number 1 if you're interested in me talking about that story, because I know that's something that people are talking about out here in these internet streets. Okay. But nerdy, can you tell everybody real quick, we're not done yet, but can you just tell everybody a little bit about yourself, your TikTok, and like what you do on your TikTok, and of course your wonderful and amazing Twitter page?
Yeah, so TikTok was created really to keep me sober. Like I started creating TikTok content when I hit my 1 year of sobriety, around there. You'll see it says nicheless, as I really try to focus on human interest stories. But you'll see a lot of addiction, behavioral health, missing person cases there. Also some goofy videos to try to keep it funny. That's my way of coping. On the Twitter side, there's a community there that started when Gabby Tito went missing, and then the manhunt for Brian Longy ensued, called Nerdbird Mafia. That community, probably one of the most amazing communities that I've ever been a part of. I'll say in my entire life. I'm 42. Obviously, the main primary focus is missing persons. I focus on people under 16, and we'll get involved with teenagers if they are in a compromised position, meaning vulnerable for trafficking, potentially in a position where some harm may have been done, stuff like that. Yeah, that community, there's a back end group called Snoopy Misfits. We also refer to them as the Secret Cervix. Just a phenomenal team that literally works 24/7. You know, a lot of these cases, I'll give an example, Haley Shell in Chicago. A lot of this comes down to these families just being transparent. When someone like Jolissa, Kiely disappears, even though Kiely was, there's no foul play. The more transparency, phone records, digital data that can be provided to the Twitter sphere, I'll call it, this community called Nerdbird Mafia, the better results that we've had with missing person cases. But that community is missing persons, addiction, behavioral health, trauma. There's been cases where we've supported GoFundMe's for those in need in the community, outside the community. It's just a community filled with light and love, man.
Yeah. First off, isn't it amazing how you can just start a page or start a channel or something like that and just suddenly like grow this amazing group of people. You don't know each other, but you just know each other through through these common interests, that to the point where you have your names for your family, like the Secret Cervix. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing. And you guys are all going after a common goal, right? Which is to help people, right? Save some lives, etc. Find these missing people. And of course, I know that at least on your Twitter as well, and of course on your TikTok, you talk about a lot of different things other than just missing person cases. But it's just amazing that you're able to, it's just a blessing to be able to create and build a family around common interests, right? And how quickly people can gravitate to each other digitally.
Absolutely phenomenal. And also something I didn't expect when I started this, my first missing person case, I thought he was an addict. And so my mission was to help a fellow addict. That's part of the AA program there. Sleuthie, stop texting me. That's coming through the mic there. She's listening to your show. She's one that donated there. She's super excited about you.
Wait, who?
But anyways,
who did?
This is Nicole McMillan, I believe. Is her? Yeah. So she's texting me. The noise is coming through my AirPods and it's driving me crazy.
It's all good. It's all good.
But the case was an addict. What I thought was an addict, and it turns out it was just a missing person that sort of lost their behavioral health during COVID, and it spiraled from there. But what's remarkable is that most of these cases, I'll say about 90%, all touch on addiction. You have Elijah Lewis, a little kid that was discarded in New Hampshire, Merrimack. Harmony Montgomery, another girl that was just recently. Yeah, all these cases touch addiction in some way, and I'm happy that I'm not happy with how I got here. Right, being an addict was a really rough path to get here. I'm happy for my sobriety. I'm happy that my sobriety is allowing me to help both this community and others.
Yes, you are taking your triumphs through the fire, and you're turning it into for the good. And I think that's a beautiful thing, because it's rare. I feel like we all get so super focused, hyper focused on our own personal things. And we're always searching for that thing, right? We all want to feel that feeling of, what's my purpose in life? Or, what is life, right? What's the meaning of life? And of course, I'm not trying to wax philosophical with you, but I'm just saying a lot of us are always, many of us are on that constant search for that thing. And I think some of us are lucky. And I think you're one of the lucky ones, man. You found that thing that's keeping you focused, keeping you clean, keeping you happy. And even though you deal with, of course, I'm speaking out of turn because I don't know you personally like that, but even though you deal with your own inner struggles, you're able to lean on these things, the good, the fight for the good, to keep you on the right path. And I think that's an amazing thing. And of course, talking about your struggles out loud, being brave enough to do that, because not a lot of people are brave to do that, inspires so many other people to do the same. And I think that's amazing.
I think it's a part of trusting the universe at this point, right?
Yeah.
I say my higher power, but even just hopping on, this is the second time I've actually verbally spoken with you, right? And this, I don't know if you're ready to go into this, but just an hour ago, I sort of trust my gut with who I interact with. You'll see TikTok. I try to stay out of the drama, but I do believe that the universe guides to where I need to be. And at the beginning of this, you were showing me some suicide shirts that you have on your merch store that are going up in September. And man, like there's no there, like this pathway is the pathway that the universe wants me to go. No matter what I do, whether I never talk to you again, being here today was what was meant to be, because that right suicide is so wedded with addiction and pain and all the reason that this Nerdbird Mafia community is here, and to randomly be brought into someone's life that is now advocating for that has a reach on another platform that I don't have a reach. That's the universe speaking, man.
Right. Oh, and trust me, the universe has been speaking to you, my brother, way before we even met. Trust and believe. Like I said, you're on the path to something really, really amazing. And you've been on this path. And it takes a lot to even get one person to follow you, one person to listen to you, one person to hear your voice. The fact that you have this platform on Twitter, and you have thousands of people that tune in and listen to what you have to say and the topics that you're putting up, says a tremendous amount of things about who you are and what the universe wants for you. So you have literally been bestowed upon blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings. Real talk, man. What you have is so, it's rare.
It makes me, honestly, as a man, it makes me tear up. Knowing this is my pathway, and just remembering what my sponsor told me, literally, he was a tech guy like me. We have dark humor, but just stay sober, stay the fuck out of the results. Like, the results are none of my business. Whether I restore relationships with whoever I broke, those relationships with when I was drinking, using, etc. It's none of my business right now. My day in, day out is staying sober, occupying my mind with cases, intellectual thought, conversations to help people. To exactly your point, I sort of days brush this off as I'll toss this all away. Like, the social media, some of the social media aspects are not worth it. But that one person that reaches out, and I'm sure you have the same, that reaches out and look, you changed my life, or you stopped me from using tonight, or you stopped me from self-harm, that makes it worth it to me. I went out to find one person and somehow ended up speaking to 20,000, and I feel blessed for that.
Isn't that pretty dope? It's crazy. But like I said, not a lot of us get to find, we all go on that lifelong path of looking for what we're meant to be doing here, or just waiting for that place, that moment where you can actually go, take a deep breath and go, wow, you know what? Yeah, this feels right. I should be right here, right now. Not oh, I hate this job. Why am I here? I should be doing this other thing that I'm passionate about. It's the holy cow. This is nice. This feels good. This is where I'm supposed to be, dag nabbit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy for it. And I think you're the trials and tribulations that you've had are learning experiences that you are now sharing with your fans, with the group, the family that you've grown on your platforms and all that. And I think these mistakes are made, that we make, are made for a reason, so that we can get up, dust ourselves off, not ever do it again. But now we have those as life lessons that we can teach the people who are reaching out to us, right? And so, yeah, man, I think you're in the right place. All right. I think you're at the right place, man. Sometimes you got to shake it up, because you got to challenge yourself, because complacency can be toxic as hell as well, right? It's all about forward motion. Once you get stagnant, you get lazy, that's when the old habits start popping in, right? So I commend you for pushing the needle, man, and for doing what you're doing. Real talk. But real quick, I wanted to say this really quick before it totally disappears. First off, Albus again just gifted 20 more people a little bit ago. I didn't get a chance to say this, but thank you, Albus, again. Damn, he's coming in with the work. So thank you, Deep Pockets Albus. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, man. So if you have been gifted, please let me know. I want to know who's been gifted with these memberships. Please let me know. Okay. Bernadette Anderson, thank you so much for becoming a member. Really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Welcome to the chaos. Welcome to the membership. Welcome to being a member of the family. I see a bunch of number ones, so you guys definitely want me to do the Andrew Tate thing. We will be talking about Andrew Tate then. That's coming up very, very soon, okay? And I'll let you guys know in the chats, or in the community page, and on my locals and Patreon and Discord, okay? But Tish in Tennessee, yes. What's up, girl? Thank you so much for the $2. We are more alike than we often realize. Exactly. I think that's the thing, though. I really think that's the thing. I think we all, and maybe nerdy can agree or disagree, or maybe you can echo the same thing. I think a lot of us forget that yes, we may all be different, but we do have similar inner struggles. That we have days that are tough. We have days that are amazing. There are days when we're going, what is life? What is going on? Why am I even doing this? And what should I be doing? We all have those struggles. You know what I mean? Right, Nerdy?
Absolutely, absolutely. There's a sort of thinking about, being an addict. We're in AA, and with that, being anonymous is a big part of that. But that's a choice that I had, right? And I recall one of my first gigs. I'm in cybersecurity. Recovered a lot of money for a customer, and he asked, "What have you been doing?" And I sort of said, "I'm trying to get sober." And he was a Christian guy that owned a big business, and he said, "Look, my family's dealing with this, and I've journalists have reached out on Twitter. My brother or sister is dealing with this. Addiction touches pretty much everyone. We are very similar humans. We struggle with many of the same issues, thoughts, and unless we openly discuss those thoughts, ideas, how can we evolve and get better? Like, holy, we can't."
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. Man, I'm so happy we're having this conversation, man. Seriously. Tish in Tennessee, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Sometimes what feels like a curse is actually a gift. And I think that message definitely is for you, Nerdy. I'm just saying that out loud. That's definitely for you, Nerdy.
Yeah, it's something that you definitely struggle with. I've struggled with it since I started missing person cases, but yeah, it's a gift and a curse. If you can channel it in the right way, it becomes more of a gift, right?
Mhm.
Seeing families reunited, and look, like, people have this expectation, like, doing these cases like this is some Lifetime movie where we're going in and we're ripping it. No, that's not how it plays out. Just advocating sometimes is enough. Sometimes being boots on the ground, but yeah, this pathway has been a gift. As long as I stay sober, it's been a gift.
Yeah. Turn those things into something, right? Turn those into weapons of towards, to fight against evil, or to fight for the greater good, right? And that's exactly what you're doing. And I think that's what a lot of us are, a lot of us that have these channels, the ones that are authentically good people, because there's some people out here that have their channels and they're just jerks. Let's keep it real. But I feel like a lot of us are genuinely trying to raise awareness and fight against them evildoers, for lack of a better term. Bad Girl, thank you so much for the $20 super chat in memory of Dennis, who took his life on January 25th, 2014. Rest easy, friend. Yeah, yes. May your friend Dennis rest in peace. I'm so sorry to hear that. And I know that a lot of us have those same kind of losses, due to someone taking their own life. It's terrible. Jason JV, thank you so much for the 10. Hey Pascal, just subbed because I dig the vibe you bring. So keep up the awesome work. Well, hopefully I don't disappoint, Jason JV, but thank you later on. So thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate the support. Seriously, I really do appreciate the support. Now the thing is of course, I gotta bring this up. That's pretty much all the super chats for now. So the thing is I want to say this. I want to share this. I know I shared it earlier, and I told you guys I'd be talking about it again. So I am going to talk about it again right now. All right. And this is muy importante. Okay. I think that's right. Muy importante. All right. Or is it importanto? I don't know. Somebody who knows Spanish, let me know. Okay. Because I'm not fluent. But there is something that that I just started that's near and dear to my heart. I shared it with you guys yesterday, near the at the end of the show, and it was unbelievable. The reaction you guys had. I said this earlier in the show, but I'll say it again now. We have I have created, me and my family have created our own custom tie-dye T-shirts specifically for suicide awareness. In September, it is Suicide Awareness Month, and I wanted to do something special because I do have I did lose some friends. I have lost some friends, with them taking their own lives and all that. And one of the things that I was like, you know what, I want to do something that would be unique, something that would bring awareness, and maybe somebody who's wearing this in a room full of people, maybe somebody's going to see that and know that they're not alone, or that they can talk to somebody. So of course, we created these T-shirts, which I've showed you guys before, but I know there's some new eyes in the room right now, so I wanted to share this with you guys. So these are the shirts. One of them says, "This shirt saves lives." Okay, and then of course in the back is the Pascal Show logo. All right, and then hashtag suicide awareness. Right, and then of course there's the number, the year 22 on the sleeve. These are all custom made. They're being made from my own hands and members of my family, tie-dyed, made to order. So none of them are the same. Literally none of them are the same as far as the tie-dye design, but you get something that's one of a kind, and it is for a very, very big cause. A portion of the proceeds are being donated to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Okay, so that's just one of them. All right, and of course if you go to, excuse me, sorry, if you go to, and I'm going to pin this to the top. If you go to, ooh, I messed that up. Hold on. Two S's instead of one. on my own damn name. If you go to Pascal merch, which I pinned to the top right now, if you go to that, you can get that, or you also can get this one as well, which is the 1-800 number. We're in the middle of making the one where it's just the 988 number on the front of the shirt, which is basically like the 911 for the National Suicide Awareness Hotline. All right. So, like I said, you're wearing this. Hopefully, that inspires somebody to, if they need to call somebody, let them know that they're not alone, etc. But this one has more of a, this is a teal because the the Suicide Awareness Month colors are purple and teal. Okay. So this is the purple one. All right. And this is like the purple and teal one, actually. And then this one is just the teal. Okay. But this one has a glittery purple print on it. Same thing in the back, suicide awareness with the Pascal Show logo in the back. And it is teal as well. You go to the website, pascalmerch.com, and you can go and check it out there. And of course, proceeds go to the AFSP, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And like I said, these shirts are going to save lives. Again, I'll say this again. I showed it to you guys yesterday. You guys were phenomenal. The stock that I had, we sold out. We sold out. We are literally making more right now as we speak, because I didn't know that it was going to be such an amazing reaction to the merch, to these shirts. And so now we're in the middle of, making more. So I just wanted to say, again, thank you guys so much for your support with this. It's a wild ride, and I can't wait to see where this goes. Okay. And again, these are all made from us, from me and my family. They're all going to be done differently. So, and they're all tie-dye, but they're all going to look dope as hell. They're soft. They're not like itchy and crappy fabric. I made sure of that because I like my t-shirts, man. I'm a guy. You know what I mean? Nerdy can concur. I love the I like a soft t-shirt, okay, on my skin. I don't like feeling like I got a scratch, like I got a rash. So please go and check those things out. I would really, really appreciate it. Any thoughts, Nerdy?
No, I think you're right. The soft material is key. I halted my complete merchandise store because I ordered the shirts that I was selling, and one of them was stiff. It had that stiff material. So fabric is key. As far as what you're doing, I've already said that addiction and behavioral health, they're wedded together usually, almost unequivocally. I myself have struggled with the idea of suicide for a very long time. I ran away at 15. I come from trauma, and I won't get into specifics, but it's trauma that occurred with all siblings, and it led to addiction. Early on in life, I tried taking my own life, but at the time, I didn't really know it wouldn't work, right? Tylenol pills and alcohol. I didn't know at the time it was more a cry for help, right? I was hurting. That's usually what the act of suicide is. It's trying to stop the pain. 2013, after my divorce, I took some very serious steps, right? I learned from the age of 15 that I wasn't going to have a cry for help anymore, that I was gonna do it, and read literature to go to Mexico and get what was needed to do it. And I'm here talking to you today. Thank my higher power. And recently, even with COVID, I've struggled with suicide and addiction my entire life. 2020, my best friend who had gotten me through those hard times from 2013, a stranger. Remind you, this is not someone in my family. This is not a friend that I grew up with. Sometimes all it takes is a stranger saying, "Are you okay? How can I help?" Sometimes, it sounds fucking stupid. I have semicolons on my arm. I sometimes wear my own merch with a semicolon on it. And, it's not just the number, it's not just the 988, but it's interacting with another human, a counterpart that says, I've struggled with this too. And maybe somebody's listening that they have a family member that's struggling with it. It's very real. It's very serious. It's not something, we always look at addiction and say, we don't ask, why are you addicted? We ask, why are you in pain? And unequivocally, we see that with overdoses, right? Addiction is another form of slow suicide. The act of suicide takes bravery. The human brain is not designed to just quit on your own. And it's a very serious act. It's a very desperate act. It's a very lonely act. And it's one that's very close to my heart. It's on my arms. It's on my body. And so any way that there can be awareness about this, a conversation about it, I'm fully behind. So, yeah.
Right on, man. And I gotta say this. I do appreciate you being so open about that. But then again, that's you, right? Just being as open and talking about your own experiences and your own trials and tribulations, because there's somebody out there listening that needs to hear that too. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you just being so open and talking about that. And thank God you're still here, man. I'm just gonna say that too. You got through the fire and you're here, and that's what matters too, man.
And that's why I have no problem being transparent with my words, right? I understand that it could screw up some opportunities later on. That
Right.
doesn't matter to me, right? Because at the end of the day, me being transparent allows another human to heal. It allows another human to say, huh, I understand this. I understand that during my darkest moment, an 800 number wasn't appealing, because when you've made your mind up, right, you're past that point. And I think that's been a big part of this community, Nuremberg Mafia, recognizing there's some problems with the system, right, when it comes to behavioral health. And sometimes, like I said earlier, sometimes all it takes is another human reaching out and saying, how can I help? Could we meet
Exactly.
up for lunch? Could we have coffee?
Isn't that interesting? It's the simplest thing, but some people just don't realize how simple it is. That it's just that simple, that small gesture of, hey, it's simple. Hey, you want to meet up for some coffee and talk? Or it's a simple phone call and just letting them vent, for 10, 15 minutes. Sometimes that's all a person really needs. And then, of course, filling them with positivity, telling them that they're a badass, telling them that they're kicking the day in the butt, and that they're going to continue to do so. Sometimes you just need that simple phone call that can change that simple phone call that can change that person's life forever, literally. But nerdy, what were you going to say? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it really, a pivotal moment I had. I didn't get here by myself. A lot of therapy, a lot of EMDR, but a therapist said, I was really afraid to let anyone know that I was sitting there watching suicide videos night after night when I was in this spot. Right? It's okay to talk about it. It's okay to say I'm feeling suicidal. It's okay to say I'm having these very specific thoughts, but I have no plan. That was a pivotal moment for me, for someone that was trained in this field to finally say, tell me what you're thinking truly, and it's okay. I'm not going to commit you. I'm not going to put you in a straitjacket. It's okay as long as you don't have a plan, because if we don't talk about it, you can't get better.
Exactly. And it's great words to leave this show off with, for real. Because I think that's something that I wish people would listen more, um, and also realize that there are people out there that will listen. Especially, we've talked about this. I've talked about this before, but I think especially when it comes to a lot of men out there and women, a lot of people out there just feel like they don't have a place where they can actually speak. They don't trust their friends, to enough to tell them what's going on in their heads, because they're worried about showing a moment of weakness, so on and so forth. And it's like, but that's what your friends are there for. You know, that's why your spouse is there too, as well. If you have a spouse or a girlfriend or, a loved one, a partner, this is the reason why they're there, to lean on, to be your teammate, to be your cheerleader, to be the sword at your side. That's why they're there. And I think sometimes people forget that as well. So remember, guys, I mean, just echoing what Nerdy's saying, sometimes it's as simple as picking up the phone and just calling and reaching out to a friend. It could be just as simple as that. Real quick, some super chats. Thank you so much, Nicole. Again, y'all been holding it down. Albus, Nicole, seriously, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 5. Shout out to the mods. Yep, to the mods, killing it. Love this channel. My mods don't mess around. They're straight ninjas. They're like, you know what I'm saying? They're straight ninjas with that moddiness. Okay. They don't mess around. I love my mods, man. Y'all are incredible. Y'all are just snipers up in this biz naive. So thank you. I think there was another super chat before we riggedy wrap it up. No, I don't think there is. And that is okay. Unless there's another. Wait, did Albus let me ask you guys this. Did Albus gift another 20? Or am I on crack? Did he hold on. Did he though? Wow, bro. Albus with another 20. Hamburger. Albus Deep Pockets Alien Slayer just gifted 20 more memberships to all y'all again. Man, I swear to God, it's like he's Santa Claus. He is Santa Claus. Okay? And it ain't even the holidays yet. Okay? I know a lot of y'all think it's like Halloween already. I see y'all with your TikToks and your videos already. But real talk, we still in August, okay? It ain't the holidays yet. But I appreciate the love, okay? Bronze Barbie, yes, I lost count, man. I've lost count too. I don't know, but seriously, wow, Albus, thank you so very much. All right, thank you. And of course to Nicole as well, because she gifted a lot too. So some of y'all are getting some nice little gifts of memberships. Okay, so Nerdy, I want to say a big thank you for hopping on and being a part of the conversation today. I'm happy that we were able to debunk some of these rumors that are flying around about Kiely, because we just need to sit back, wait for the autopsy to get the real truth of what's going on here, and of course, sprinkle a little bit of awareness on what's going on with Jolissa Fuentes. So thank you so much for being on, my brother.
Very welcome, man. Thank you for having me. Have a peaceful day. Be kind to each other, and make sure you guys out there grab those shirts. They're important. Have a good day, man.
Yes, you too, my brother. Have a great one. Thank you. So yeah, guys, please, guys, do me a favor. Go over to Nerdy Addict, his Twitter, please. It's nerdy_addict. Please go and go follow him on Twitter. He also has his TikTok, nerdy without the underscore addict. So it's just one word, Nerdy Addict on TikTok. Go and support him over there. The man deserves it. Okay. He's been putting in a lot of hard work, trying to bring awareness to topics and situations that are going on in the world. All right. So please go and do that. Mandy, hold on. It was here. Now it disappeared on me. Dag nabbit. There it is. Mandy Albert, welcome to the family. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, guys. What another amazing show. Another one. Okay. And I want to say thank you guys so much for being here. You guys have been incredible. Don't forget to hit the like button down below real quick. Send it past 1.5. I'd love to see it 1.5K. That would be dope as hell. Okay. Combat Drummer, thank you so much for the $2 super sticker. All right. And again, the merch is available right now as we speak at pascalmerch.com. Again, if you're interested in the teal, you can get the teal, or you can get the purple. All right, the purple one, and there's a purple, straight up purple one, and there's of course the purple and teal one. This is the purple and teal mixture. All right, so please go and if you can support. We got another shirt on there as well. That is another custom shirt. It has nothing to do with the for the good cause of the AFSP cause, but the suicide awareness cause. But there's a line of t-shirts that I'm literally in the middle of creating, which are literally self-love, the self-love line, okay, which are just words of affirmation, positive words, etc. So we have one out right now, and it's on the page as well. It's on the website as well. So if you're going, I don't want to buy the purple or the teal, but I do like this one, you can obviously go over there and buy that one as well. Like I said, I got a bunch of stuff coming down the pipe for this new merch endeavor. It's going to be incredible because I want to give you guys some stuff that you're excited about wearing out. You can wear it out and it just looks just dope. You just dripping. Okay. You just looking fly as hell, to the point where somebody goes, damn, I love that shirt. Where did you get that from? Oh, I got it from the Pascal show. You see what I'm saying? That's, those are the dreams. Those are the dreams. And you guys are making those dreams actually come true. So I really, really appreciate it. Bernadette Anderson, thank you so much. Thank you, Pascal. Great show. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. We got more shows to come. This is just Tuesday. This is just a Tuesday. So we got some conversations coming up here very, very soon. We'll keep you guys up to date with the Jolissa Fuentes story and case as well, because we need to find that young woman with the quickness. Hopefully we find her safe and sound. AWP is out here doing their due diligence. So hopefully we'll hear something very soon. If they come up finding the car or not, we'll find out very soon. Anyway, what am I saying? I meant it's Wednesday. Yeah. See what I'm saying? It's Wednesday. Yeah. Whoops. I meant it's Wednesday. Just ignore me. Okay? Maribel. Maribel, thank you so much for becoming a member. Actually, that was a pop quiz. I was just seeing if you guys were paying attention. Yeah, that's what it was. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being on the show. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, it's Wednesday. I'm so sorry. Whoops. It happens. It happens on the lives. Okay? But I appreciate you guys watching the show. Hit that like button down below, okay? Do not forget to hit that subscribe button for Wednesday. hit that subscribe button for Wednesday. All right? Shout out to Wednesdays. Shout out to Hump Day. All right? And please go and check out that merch page, pascalmerch.com. Contribute. Support a great cause. That would really mean the world to me. We got some really great stuff coming up around the bend, and you're going to love it. You're going to love it. I promise you that, okay? Y'all going to go buck wild over the new stuff that's about to drop. Trust and believe. Anyway, it is time to get going. I love all y'all. Have a great, wonderful rest of your day. Be positive. Do something positive. Hold the door open for someone. Tell somebody they look good in whatever they're wearing, even if they're wearing flip-flops with their nasty, dangly feet coming out, looking like talons. Don't matter. Just say something positive to somebody today, because it's hump day. It's Wednesday, not Tuesday. God forgive me. Anyway, appreciate all y'all. And if you're not following me on Twitter, please do so with the quickness. That would really mean a lot, okay? I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, it's time to get going on a Wednesday. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.